Alright, Huey. Pop up. Okay. Alright, it is time for lunch. We've just had a couple of drinks. Here we have some bolognese I made in a different video with a bit of leftover mash underneath it. So pureed bolognese and veg with the last bit of, some previously made mashed potato underneath it. Just make sure that mixes together, otherwise the mash could be quite lumpy, which we don't want. Give it a squish. Check how hot. Can't be hot. Just lukewarm. If it's hot at all, he will bite the spoon and not be able to do it. Okay, so if he's going, oh, it means it's too hot. And so what you might consider too hot is not what he considers too hot. So not too much on the spoon. And the biggest mistakes I've seen people make is they try and, give him this massive amount of food on a spoon. He can't eat it. Okay, and he's going to say, oh, I'm finished, I'm not hungry. When he is hungry, you just are trying to feed him too quickly. Trying to feed too much on a spoon. See, so we've got quite a long break after that spoon, like might be 10 seconds like that. So this is, yes, a thin dessert spoon. This is my favourite spoon for Huey. It's relatively flat and it's not thick. Just works. I've used this spoon for 10 years. It's the only one that I have left. But yes, just think smaller amounts and slow down. You can see now Huey's doing sort of mouthing, and you can see his cheeks and you can see he's using his mouth to clear the last food. When that stops and his mouth opens, he's ready for a bit more. Again, another common mistake is people feed him too quickly, spoon after spoon after spoon, and he'll say, I've swallowed half of it, but only half of it, and then you give him more, and he's got already immediately got 1.5 spoons worth, and he'll swallow half a spoon, and they'll put another spoon in, and then he's got 2 spoons worth, and he just can't swallow it. Because you're just, again, trying to feed too much too quickly. Sorry, Huey, I will actually stop lecturing and give you some lunch. Here is a superstar sister. Would you like to come and say hello, superstar sister? Or are you too embarrassed and shy? Okay, we have a very shy superstar sister in a bunny suit who may or may not come and talk to the camera. Just squishing little bits of potato mash. Is this tasty though, Huey? You like the bolognese? Yep, we like the bolognese. Because of course it's super tasty. It's really good bolognese with lots of good cheese and veggies and sour cream and all the goodies in it. So of course it's really yummy. Lots of vegetables. So in this there's potato, carrot, broccoli, cauliflower. Often in a mash, if I'm making a mash for the whole family, it'll have lots of garlic cloves in it, which get mashed into it as well. And often I'll put pecorino and garlic into a potato and carrot mash that we all eat. And Huey again, which will go then into Huey food. And do you like the garlicky mash, El? Yeah, it's super tasty. Can't see, can you see the screen? And if you can't see yourself in the screen, you're not there. So you can come and stand next to Dad if you want to be in it.
Okay.
Yeah? Come round. Quick, come past. Yeah, there's an Ellie. Hello. Say hello, Ellie. And Huey says, hurry up, I'm hungry.
Mummy, I'm going to be on YouTube. Guys, I'm getting recorded. recording for some reason.
Alright, no more talking now. Dad's got to do important talking.
9 starts and he picks up second under his lightweight. Better get set and then Cosmic Gospel.
So yeah, main secret is half as much as you would expect on this food. So number 1 mistake people make, too much food. Number 2 mistake, too fast. So let's sort of count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that was, yeah, about 8 seconds.
Yeah, really great, isn't it, to see this horse bounce back. Max, as you said, he had...
And we're watching the races. You'll be able to hear the races. Yesterday was Doncaster and Derby Day in Sydney. Huey loves the races, less than he used to. It's a good thing to have on when Huey's eating or drinking because he doesn't get too excited and jump around watching the races. Oh, right there. Excuse you, pardonnez-moi, or pardonnez-you. No, let's keep eating. So Huey just asking for the car there, and we're like, yeah, no, we're not talking about that now, we're eating. That's what we're doing. I know Dad's talking a lot. No, Dad, we're not talking. Not talking about stuff, because if we start obsessing, we'll lose the ability to coordinate our eating and swallowing.
He certainly did. He's really sort of matured into a strong-looking horse.
And feed Huey from the side. Don't sit in front of him. If you do make mistakes or if he's not concentrating, he will sneeze the food straight out the front. If you're sitting in front of him, you will wear a mouthful of sneezed food. So you learn very quickly with Huey, you feed him from the side.
I'm excited to see. Well done on the win. Yes, thank you. Yeah, there he is, Matty Hoisted. Steve O'Day, trained Tumbler Ridge, he wins race 6. So 1 beats 5, 4 and 3. That's it for Dooma race 6. Let's head to Newcastle.
Race 5 here from Newcastle. First leg of the quaddy benchmark 64 over the 1865 gas. Casino Montreal is here for Christian Buchanan and Brandon Griffiths.
Still squashing little bits of mash. So Hugh will generally eat for just about anyone, as long as you, again, are sensible and follow instructions. Drinking is harder. Getting the milk drinks to the right consistency, so they're not too thin, not too thick, that's probably the hardest thing. So I will be doing other videos on how to make Huey cereals, the cereals we use. So at the moment, the cereals are a mixture of 3 different types of sort of baby cereals that are mixed together, pre-mixed together, and then added to his milk. That's a much more complex process than just making Huey's food, because it's sort of a feel thing. You just have to know what they're like. But I think videos will be good for people to look at, because you can just open your phone and go, oh yeah, that's right. Whack up a video on YouTube and refresh yourself on how things are done. So we sort of, this wasn't too much in the bowl, it was sort of bits and pieces that what didn't fit in a big container and a couple of lunch containers and the last bit of mash. So we may want more than this. This wasn't much of a meal. It was a small meal.
The rising 10-year-old is 5. He's a given. Clary Collins, Tyler Schiller.
And there's a sister. He's sneaking in the middle.
Ayers Club legend Teresa Bate up, Sean Geimer.
Still squashing the bits of sweat. Consistency of this bolognese is very good, actually. Didn't add any water to it. Sometimes if things are really meat heavy, if it was just say meat and potato, you'd need to add sometimes like a full cup or more of boiling water into the food processor to thin it down. If it's really thick, like really thick, it's much harder to swallow.
Down to 12 then, here's Dream Maiden, Jason Coyle, Louise Day.
So we're not quite finished, but that's probably enough of it again. I'll turn it off now and upload this. Okay. Say bye. Wave, Huey. Good man.